Hello. 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 Can anybody hear me? Is there anybody home? Come on now. I hear you're feeling down. Oh. I'm apparently live. I have a face. I have a wardrobe. I may or may not have visitors, but I'm certainly here. And thank you for anyone who has tuned in. Sorry for the delay in starting. Streamlabs OBS decided to have a bit of a wobble. I'm not sure if anyone can actually hear me. If you can hear me in the chat, just say something. If not, it's fine. I'm going to chat away. Possibly. Is it any sound? Am I talking? Am I talking? I don't know. I think I'm talking. Hello? I believe I'm talking. I do believe I'm talking. Am I talking? There were words coming out of my mouth. Hello? Ah, brilliant. Thank you. Sorry, it's hard to know sometimes if you can be heard or not. Anyway, this is my amazing channel. I like mostly doing... I know, this is me. This is my study where I work. On the wall is my stuff. I have lots of books in here. Lots of books of a type-in variety. These are books where they gave you little programs to type in, and you never had any idea if they were going to be any good or not. So what you would do is see these books and go, oh, this sounds really good. And then you type it in and go, that wasn't very good. So to give it a couple of examples, I've typed some in earlier. I'll type in another one to show you how glorious the procedure is. You should be able to. I am the typing king. They should be able to request sounds as well. There's a sound request alert as well. So one of the games I typed in was called Up on the Silver Screen, and you type it in for ages, and it just does this, and it's quite pretty, but that's all it does. And this is in here. This is a wonderful book, Tim Hartnell's giant book of Spectrum games. And it's a couple of pages long. Where is it? Up on the silver screen. No, it's 3 pages long. It just draws these little circles on the screen until eventually it breaks. And you think, yeah, that's half an hour of my life I spent doing that. But this is not too bad. I've got some more books in the post, and I'm working my way through them. I'm working on this book, so it's already broken. Working on this book for Friday's video. The game in this is 40 pages long, and you run it, and there's a bug, which is lovely. But there are other ones which are nicer. These ones are simpler books. Computers in Action, which copes with... You've seen these before. Parcel Drop is one of them. Games like Spider's Web. What could it be? Spider's Web. That sounds good, doesn't it? Or there's one that sounds amazing, which I shall now type in while chatting to audience. Can I change the word? It's an excellent question. Technically, yes. Realistically, it's going to be right pain in the posterior, because if I show you line 290, it builds the word out of individual characters, like big chunky graphics. So you could make it say something rude, except it'll be a bit of a pain in the backside. But how about we look at... I've not typed this in yet. It's called Sorcerer's Steps. Now look at this. If you were 8 years old and you saw... Oh, hang on, where's the area? If I position the webcam slightly. If you saw this and you saw these graphics of a knight fighting a dragon with a castle and there's a lion and everything, you think, wow, this is amazing. This is the best thing ever. So here, we're a gallant knight trying to rescue a helpless princess, or I may be a warrior maiden on a similar quest. To succeed and win the game, I must reach the top of the steps leading to the Sorcerer's Tower. Choose a level of difficulty from 1, easy, to 20, impossible. Then, as you set out to climb, the sorcerer will bombard you with magic symbols. To destroy each of these strange symbols, you must press the matching key as quickly as possible. Slowly, you fight your way up the steps. Every time you are hit by a falling symbol, the strength of your enchanted sword is reduced, and the game becomes more difficult. The symbols fall more quickly and drive you down the steps. Does that sound fun? Does that sound fun? I think that sounds brilliant. Shall we have a look? It's called Sorcerer's Steps, and this is from Computer Games by Patricia Grady, not to be confused with Us, the O'Grady family, who are of course much posher. So, there are sounds you can play in the stream. I'm not sure if I'll hear them or not, but essentially it plays little tunes. If I can't hear them, it's a bit pointless. Let's try. I don't know if it actually will play. What does it do? Let's find out. It might tell me actually. Let's try. I've not done these before. Oh, it does work. Oh, thank you. The reason I mention these is when you're streaming, if you're trying to do something, it's hard to know if people are trying to attract their attention. So one thing I've seen the pro streamers do is things like, hey, listen, this is like, oh, I'm trying to tell you that this is important, like you're about to press the wrong button or go down the death hole or something. And there's a few fun little things in there just for playing around. So at 7 o'clock I shall be singing the Willy Fogg song in order of Willy Fogg Day, and then we shall have a look at a Phileas Fogg game. There are not many Jules Verne games at all, which surprised me. I thought, oh, Jules Verne, ancient, you know, out of copyright, that'd be brilliant. He'd love a bit of that. No, apparently not. So the only one we've got is Phileas Fogg Balloon Battles, which I've never played. I've done that one. But I have seen it. Oh, stop doing that. But I have seen it in Hereford. I remember seeing it in the shop. There was a computer shop which was opposite Woolworth, and you could cut through it on the way to Buell Street, which is where Tesco was. 102,28. And it was in there. And it basically seemed to be you fly around with your balloon, your Phileas Fogg, and you get to help the Allies against the baddies. Which sounds ideal. So here we are. And this is where your skill in remembering where the keys are. Def function T brackets X equals. Hey, Tiger Mac, how's it going? Tiger Mac Z, welcome to my stream. I'm typing in this game. It's called Sorcerer's Steps, which is an exciting game where I'm a warrior or a warrior maiden, possibly, on the way up some stairs. You do so snacks at your balloon. It's be quite exciting. And there's hydrogens involved. Times peak. But what I'm typing in now is an amazing game. I've never played it before, which probably means it's going to be a bit rubbish. It's called Sorcerer's Steps. We have to get to the top of the steps to rescue a princess from an evil sorcerer. It's not too long, thankfully. Some of these games are, oh yeah, I'm not typing that in, mate. Or they're so long, you have to type them in. That's a weekend job for a full video. Because watching me type in this nonsense for an entire evening will be a little bit excessive. Because some of these games do generally go on a bit. The one I typed in was 40 pages, and every single number wasn't actually a number. But we'll look at that in a little bit. We'll get this done first. And this book is interesting because it copes with multiple computer types. A bit like it's like Prince of Persia. Yeah, I wasn't feeling too great. I didn't sleep very well. I've had lots of coffee. It's a bit like Prince of Persia, except probably nowhere near as good and without the graphics. But it will hopefully have a certain amount of charm. Get to print a hash symbol, which is always exciting. Yes. Some of the games are absolutely massive. Oh yes, I said multiple computers. So at the start, with the Usborne books, they supported a huge raft of computers because this was like 1983 and there were lots and lots. Let's see what computers it supports. Understand the Micro. This is my Usborne, one of my many, many Usborne books. Usborne, of course, being the best. So this book supports computers such as the ZX81, the ZX Spectrum, which is fair enough, the BBC, the VIC-20, the TRS-80, PET, and Apple Micros. Whereas later on they said, no, you had books dedicated to just the Spectrum. This book copes with the Spectrum, the BBC Electron, and the Commodore 64. I've got some books which predate the Anything Sinclair. Hello, Paul. Hello, Mr. Wilson. The gang's all here. We've got sound alerts this time, which is all very exciting. I'm typing a line if I don't know what I'm doing. If 30 seconds one, then let. This is a game called Sorcerer's Steps, where I have to climb the steps of a sorcerer who has kidnapped a princess, and I have to rescue said princess. I might be a man, I might be a woman. We don't know yet until we play the game. I don't think it actually matters in this. Oh, I've done that one already. If something's less than 8, no, if something's greater than 8. I typed in a game earlier and it didn't work. It would not let me pick up a ladder. I thought, well, you told me the ladder's there. Why can't I pick up a ladder? No, you can't pick it up. And he couldn't pick it up the ladder because I missed out one word, which is the word being not, which was a bit of an issue. There are sound alerts. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought we'll get things out, make it a bit more interesting. Bit of slideshow. I'm playing with how things work. My computer just about copes with this. And at 7 o'clock, we're having a Willy Fogg song. Maximum cosplay. Yes, I've got my cosplay on the wall as well. My A2 poster. 7 o'clock, we're having the Willy Fogg song, and then playing a Phileas Fogg, game, which I'd never played before, but I remember seeing it in a shop. Which isn't too bad, because I found it. I do remember seeing a typing game. I got it out of the library, and it was quite good. I know, of course, I never typed it in. Evening we enthused though. We have Mr. Blanchard on deck. Mr. Blanchard is a YouTuber and streamer and invent and find collector of all kinds of lovely, lovely machines. The moment I'm poking, remember, I'm allowed to poke because I'm a trained professional. Be very careful poking at home. You might have someone's eye out. This is the Sorcerer's Steps. I am nearly at the end of the first page. Then it's just a small matter of, let's see, equals H. I wouldn't want to do this on a ZX81. Print. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, it's getting so close. Getting so close to working out what the hell is going on here. Go sub 4000. I'm going to take these off because I can't see. Earlier, I did the charity stream mostly wearing a monocle, which is even less comfortable. Now I can actually see now, which is quite nice. My hair is very long. Unfortunately, like most people who aren't cutting their hair yet, I'm turning into a hippie, which is, of course, a bad thing. Page 1 is done. Page 1 is done. That's page 2. Let me just have a few lines of shared subroutines. This book has shared subroutines at the end, which basically it says type them in at the start. No. No, don't do that. Type them in at the start. Save them to tape. I did this right. Save them to tape. And then every time we type a game in, load them first, then you've got them here. For example, function R, the wise among you thought he's not defined that yet. That ain't going to work. Because function R is just the random number function, and that's a subroutine thing at the end we type in. Let M string equals extend mode U. I know all the lingo. I know all the lingo. The worst one out of fun was point. M string. We're nearly there. No, we're not. Well, we are vaguely nearly there. It's just 2 pages. Just 2 pages. Not sure if I've been shot or not. So it's not that big. And there's a picture of a dragon and a lion and a snake. I'm not sure we'll get the snake. If we don't get a snake, I think we're allowed to sue. D divided by 100, comma, 40 minus R minus F. Oh, what could that be? Oh, 4,000. Go sub. Of course, don't mix up go sub and go to. In the game Software House, they have a go to rather than a go sub, and then or vice versa. And of course, it doesn't work very well, so it misses out something. Let t equals function brackets 1 close bracket divide by 3000. Okay, and we have, let t, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, you bastard? Right, let t, here we go, equals function, okay, function t, there we are. It doesn't have to got the spacing slightly wrong. We have Dad Gamer in the house, VIP, and I think you should be mod as well. Unless I've lost you, unless you mod your status. Daddy was my first ever mod. He modded my stream for me, which is quite good fun. I've turned up most of the moderation. There we are. There we are. Yeah, it might have to do it manually. We are very nearly there. We have sound alerts, just for fun, of all kinds of nonsense. Which is useful for if I'm just ramping on or I'm standing up and my trousers are falling down or some such thing. This game is very nearly just about completed. All the power. Yes, what I have done, I took off, because we had a charity stream, we had extreme moderations. Whenever anyone showed up and said hello, they got deleted and timed out. Which is like, what? Because if you used all capitals, that was bad. You're a bad person. If you used emojis, that was bad. If you used too many symbols, that was bad. So if you said hello, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, yeah, you got timed out. But everyone uses emojis all the time. I think the trouble is bad people do it as well. I've seen some quite nasty things on here where basically neo-Nazis show up. There's no baby shark, no. But we do have some other good stuff though. Yes, it was. It was like I was trying to do a password for work, and they said no, your password doesn't meet our rules. It's okay, fine. What are your rules? After you change your password, you can find out what the rules are. It's okay, but I need to change. You won't let me log on because my password's expired, needs to be changed. Yeah, that's right. And my new password doesn't meet your rules. Yeah, that's right. So what are the rules? I'll tell you after you log on. Is that? Oh, cool. And then I asked my mate Dave. He said, "Yeah, there aren't any rules. We don't even tell you." So, rage. 43. We nearly. Actually, well, we've got a few lines to go. On Friday, we should have a video called House of Adventure. Yes, I can't get emotes yet. You don't get emotes until you're affiliate. Mr. Zombie Workshop is probably quite keen for the commissioner for the emotes. Yes, you get. But to be fair, in terms of affiliate, I need to get 50 followers. I've got 53. Thank you, people. And also thank the charity, to be fair, which gave me a big boost. I need to stream for 8 hours. I did 3 and a bit. This will take me about 5, I think. Go to 240. I need to stream for 7 separate days. This will be the 4th day. And I need to do... I need to have an average of 3 viewers in stream. Because I have the charity stream, I have 20 viewers, which is massive. I don't expect to get as many. But, I'm typing in a line that doesn't exist. Let R equals F minus 1. And I was typing in these games, these books, and I realised it'd be a lot easier if I had something to hold the book open. And I've got something to hold the book open, because I'm an idiot, and I'm still not using it, because I'm an idiot. If I move this here, if I move Horace, this is my Horace cuddly toy. Excuse me. I have an amazing cookbook holder, which just holds the book for me. Especially for some of these books, they're... He said collapsing. It doesn't work so well. Some of these books are... They don't... this one stays open quite nicely. Some of them, they're sort of like this sort of thing. That they won't stay open. They'll just fall on the floor. And they do that to you. Fortunately, I'm not looking at anything rude. So this just holds the book open, and I've got a little peg, just holds it in place. Goes sub 4000, print. Oh dear, yeah, that's me dropping. At least it didn't crash. What I normally do, if anything big, I'd take regular snapshots. It does make it a lot easier to develop on a emulator because you can save whenever you want to, rather than is it going to save to tape? Is it going to work or not? F equals 43 minus H minus F. Will the game be good? Will it be good? I don't know. If S is less than 21 minus F, then let S equals 21 minus F. 430. Let H, who is H? We don't know, but we know the caddy works for him, equals H plus 1. Go to 240. We're now in the last few bits. 500 print the Sorcerer. Yes, we enthused. I was dual streaming your stream and Octavius' stream on the Sunday because Octavius wasn't feeling very well, so I'll just do a stream just to keep amused. And then they were finishing up. I mentioned, oh, by the way, yeah, Re Enthuse is streaming for charity. Oh, yeah, Re Enthuse is really great. Yes, let's all go and see Re Enthuse. Yeah, have an extra 80 viewers, which always every little help. And then it bumps up the Yes, that's very true. We've got to be careful. No, because we've got a good old copyright. Client bomb. But on the ZX81, my sister and I had steps. Because H was in steps as well. He'd love this game. For 530. Oh, it's got, we're now seeing space. Function T bracket 1 divided by 50 close semicolon. Eventually you work out, this does this. Oh, we're getting close now. Then we go to the back of the book. 2 more lines. You rescue the imagine this. Because what's interesting is it doesn't respond necessarily like a normal keyboard would. Because there's a certain delay in how often you can press the keys. So if you're really good at typing, and I'm pretty good at typing now, you have to slow down, otherwise you're going to miss things. And it goes, no, I didn't do that. So now, but you certainly attended a good number of them, and some of them would have stayed and see what was going on. And some would have stayed for half an hour or so and put their hands in their pockets of the museum. We've very nearly reached our goal of 1,800. We're about £20 short, and that doesn't include gift aid. So the museum, the Centre for Computing History in Cambridge, doesn't have any visitors at the moment because obviously the plague, coronavirus. So to help them out, we did a charity stream at the weekend, which was lovely, and we've raised, if you include gift aid, over £1,800, which is nice. Now this little line here is setting up the user-defined graphics, which obviously you want user-defined graphics because it's not the ZX81. The ZX81 does support user-defined graphics or high definition, but you have to be really clever to do it. There was a man called Julian Chappell who did it for the ZX81, and it took him about 6 months to work out how to do it. And then he did 2 games. The second of which was Rocket Man, burning like a fuse out here alone. Thanks for the link. That's a good link there. If you frequent the museum, they would really appreciate the help. Yes, and he designed it, and we played this game, and it was unlike all the others on the ZX81 because it had actual graphics. It had ladders, not the letter H. It was actual ladders, which was like, this is amazing. This, when you get the thing to load, it was, don't do that, please, James. I'm trying to type. Unfortunately, the key for extend mode is next to the Windows key. And the Windows key dumps you back to desktop, which is fine. It's doing its job. But the extend mode key is really useful. 2010. Randomise, return, 5 lines to go, people. Return, bomb, print at R, C, semicolon, colon, return, bomb. Now this bit will be faster. 5,000, print at VH, 6,000, print at L, P, and finally 7,000. Let K string, remember dollar means string, so obviously if you have a string called G, it's called G string, which also causes immense hilarity, and return. So I'm going to save a snapshot just in case it wrecks the computer. Oi, don't do that. Thank you. It's always good to be prudent. I always like to save as a snapshot first before running it, but we're about to run it. What will it do? What will it do? Ooh, I'm excited. What will it do? Well, let's find out. Sorcerer steps, level. Let's go with level 10. Okay, we have lots of hashes. Yay! Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. Well, it's quite pretty. We've got colours, we've got hash marks. Oh, and I can see things that look like steps. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's good. R. Okay, have I won? I pressed R. Does that mean I go up the steps now? Interesting. I certainly pressed R. Either I've done it wrong, which is always... But I must say, the knight bloke, or might be a lady, remember? It might be a warrior maiden. It's quite nicely done. So, I pressed the button. It went beep. I pressed the key. And it said, yeah, all right then. Yeah. Where are we now? Line 400. Right. Let R equals, yeah, go sub 4000, yeah. Print space, yeah. Let R equals F, yeah. And then, 14, yeah, yeah. Good evening. Warrior does need movement, but he started off quite well. I was quite pleased with that. Let's try it again. Let's try level 1. Maybe it was too hard. Yeah, it's too hard. Or I've missed the line out. Bloody knows. So here we go. Ah! Thank you. Headers spotted the obvious error. These errors, you look at them for ages and think, yeah, line 400 should say, let R equals F minus 1. Go sub 4000. But in fact it says 400. Can I have a round of applause for headers, please? I typed in a game called Moto Muro, which is excellent, but it's in machine code. So you can't see the numbers you've already typed in. And it goes catastrophically... Well, it doesn't go thanking you. So this is teamwork. So we'll have a quick go at this, and then we'll do the Willy Fogg song. Because it is Willy Fogg Day. And it's important to celebrate this. And there's a nice program I can show you as well. So I was going to type in. I couldn't find the type-in source. It was a type-in in a magazine. Fortunately, I then realised I found the actual version. It was actually R, O, L, C, M, left-handed, L, little finger only, W, W, oh, W, T, T, J, under my leg, P, U, E, oh, woo, L, oh, A, O. This ain't bad actually. K, 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 oh, K, K, K. I've none of that in this channel. That's a ban. P. Here comes U. Oh, oh. Oh yes. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy's going to ban me from my own channel for saying the 3 forbidden letters. That one bad. Now let's try it on ridiculous mode. This is 1 credit classics mode. You will do it's a piece of cake. Yeah, it's touch typing. Then we'll have a bit of a sing-song. Going to have a sing-song. Here it comes, here it comes, here we go. Here are the steps. And that's 1 for sorrow. But I'm actually quite pleased with that. That's actually pretty good. It's got graphics, it's got colour, it's got movement. Oh, Y, B, W, N, Y, A, F. This is easy. L. Kids today, they won't know. They're born with this, will they? D. Right. C. B. S. T. H. W. S. S. F. D. Oh, that wasn't very difficult. Right, let's make it harder. Because basically, at the moment, everyone will go off and rescuing princesses, and Wolf will be upset because it's meant to be difficult rescuing a princess, isn't it? Yeah, let's change D. Right, because 100. Because obviously, Wolf from Gladiators rescues Princess Maria Whittaker, and that's a big thing. If it's as easy as walking up some steps, it's like, oh, everyone will be doing it. That'd be daft. Right, and then we'd have the Willy Fogg song. Here we go. That's better. Q, M, T, E, E, L, D, I, X. But as a type-in, I like this. We have sound, we have motion, we have graphics, we have colour. It's still easy, but on a 48K rubber keyboard, oh, it was getting tougher at the top. It was getting tougher at the top. Ah, I'm Evelyn. So, let's save this to tape. and I've heard a sing-song. This is called, I call it Sulky Step. No, don't do that. Line 1, bomb, bomb. This was good. I like this. I might play this again. Sorcerers, steps, TZX, bomb. Yeah, now you need to go start recording. Otherwise, you don't actually record anything. So now we need to do two things. We need to go open. We want this. We have a map of the world, which is what we want, and we want. Bear with me. Need to go to OBS, and we want to make this. These are the words because on this day in 1988, let's go back to where we were. It was the last episode of Around the World with Willy Fogg. Ah, oh, see you, Paul. Oh, sorry, bye, headers. No, yes, it's already going to chase children. So 1988 was the last episode of Around the World with Willy Fogg, and Andy Crane declared it a National Willy Fogg Day, and they celebrated again in 2008 and sent out the songbook. I do play myself, you're about to find out. So, without further ado, oh blimey, oh yes, sorry, that's, I shall allow my sister's message. Oh blimey. Yes, I would have allowed that, Daddy. But yes, it's just that's my sister, by the way. Well, I hope it's my sister. Anyway, so are we ready? And 3, 2, 1. Fogg, I'm the one who made the bet, and I'm gonna be exactly right on time. Fogg is my name, and I can play with my life in many ways. That's what they say. Here I am, alligator. I'm a tiger, the mascot. It's my turn, the gentle touch. Oh, me, they love me so much. Hey, now the story must go on, 'cause a lot of time has gone. We must be ready to go away. 80 days around the world, and with a heart of gold, just sitting where the rainbow's ending time. We'll fight against the time, and we'll fly on the white wings of the wind. 80 days around the world, and we won't say a word before the ship is really back. Round, round, all around the world. 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 Anyway, enough of that. The thing on the screen is about 20k of machine code, where it will take any picture you like. Thank you. Thank you. Any picture you like and stick it on a globe. So I was going to type it in, because I like typing in things, but it's like I looked at it on the table, it's 20k of machine code, which is insane. You can press Q to quit. And you go, oh yeah, what do you want to do? Alter the radius. Yeah, let's alter the radius a bit. How big do you want it? Let's say 90. And I'll go, yeah, please wait 15 minutes. Is that... Okay, because it will recalculate the globe for you and make it bigger. Make it bigger. Yes, so I've got... The webcam I've got is one I got from Claes Erlson in Norwich about 15 years ago. I also discovered recently that my... Yes, if I break into it, it's by Jeffrey Weirmuth, who's still active in the scene, but essentially it's a massive amount of code. And it's like, oh, yeah, okay, but it will actually genuinely put any picture you like. I intend to try and use it to put my loading screen picture on a globe and have it rotating around, but I'll save that for a 200 video subscriber celebration or something. But now, we've done Willy Fogg, I think we now need to look at Phileas Fogg of Medimsey Road, Kensett, who is some area. This is the game I mentioned earlier. Phileas Fogg's Balloon Battles, where Phileas Fogg has interrupted his journey around the world, all around the world, to intervene in the Franco-Prussian War to help the Allies against the Prussians, or the Germans, depending how you start. So obviously we're going to use the Sinclair joystick and press start. Level 01. Oh, hello. I've done something. It's definitely doing something. Am I winning? Am I losing? Am I dead? I don't know. But they're obviously not very happy. Am I dead? I've done something. I think, oh, game over. That was quick. So, oh yes, thank you. Thank you, Daddy. Let's point out you can't see anything because there is a big... Hello. Can I have my screen back? Do I want a mini feed? I want the thing I was there a minute ago. Thank you. Right. Ah, that's quite clever, that. I didn't know I could do that. That's better. So now, back to this game and try and work out what on earth is going... Because I didn't win. I didn't win. Let's try again. So apparently I can do stuff. Or space... Oh, that's dropping bombs. Right. I'm pressing buttons. What I might need to do is look at the instructions, which is always the mark of a scoundrel. Because the first time I played this, it's called Phileas Fogg's Blue, and it looked quite good. The instructions didn't actually look difficult. I didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition. Phileas, yeah, so this came out in 1991, so I saw this in the shops opposite Woolworths, and it looked quite good. Obviously, you can't afford everything. Instructions are, yeah, there are lakes, and you fly. You gain and lose height. You gain height by dropping sandbags through a bomb. Right, I'm going to use keyboard. Aha! Right. Left, right, let's go down, up, bomb. P for pause. Right, let's just give that a go. I think wind might be involved, so let's now try going up. Okay, this game is rather strange. I could definitely drop a bomb. But what a bizarre game. Oh, I am disappointed with this. I was genuinely looking forward to this game. Let's try Sinclair again. Anything you like, mate. Can we do anything apart from dropping a bomb? Definitely drop bombs. I can pause. Oh. This is not a good game. Or... Right. There's got to be some knack to it. Yeah, this is what... You know, if you're a kid, if I had bought this... Because I'm I'm by a shack, which is fine. 8. I'm pressing 8. I'm still pressing 8. Right, let's try different keys. Yeah, these are German soldiers or Prussians who are shooting me, which is okay. Yeah. Yes, my camera wobbles around a bit. Let's try keyboard again. Right, let's try O, P, A, Q, and space for fire, and P for... No, not P for pause. H for pause. H. Right. Q, O, P, capitals. What a bizarre thing. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, I'm the balloon. It doesn't appear to want to take off. We have a supply of sandbags. Just load the game, which we've done. Blah 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 blah. There's winds that blow in different directions. We've got high pressure thrust. Zeppelin games. One more go and we'll find something that isn't... Well, to be fair, we had a good game of Sorcerer's Steps. And I thought, oh yeah, that'll be a nice little aperitif before we move on to this. Oh, hello. Ah, blimey, we're up. We are up. Right. The wind's now blowing me, as it were. Keep it clean, family thing. Right. So I did something. Oh, now it's night time. When it's night time, it's harder to... Oh, I was looking forward to dropping a bomb on that guy. When it's night, your hydrogen is harder to keep clean. So I dropped a bomb, so the wind has changed somewhat. Drop another bomb, drop another bomb. I'm saying, at least they're moving. It moves quite nicely. The effects are quite nice. That's a friendly shack. By staying near a friendly shack, you get to refill. Oh, I killed you. Ha, take that. Oh, that's a mountain. Oh, hello. I've done something there. Ah, by pressing fire up and down together. Yes. Take that, Herman. That controls your altitude. And then the altitude adjusts Right, so I'm up, down a bit more, down a bit more. Right, I think I may be able to restore. No, up you go. Depending on your height, I've now lost the... Up we go. Right. Ah, damn you. Come back, wind. But, oh, he's following me. He's going quite well. Oh, I hit something, which is not so good. Oh, up we go. Oh, they've already shot me. Okay, that wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. But it's not what we come here for. So, if you want a good game, how about a game? It's only one line long. But guess what? That's the line. There's a thing called... There is a thing called... Yeah, reset. The one-line challenge, where you write a game in one line of basic. And this is this game. It's called... I think it's called Line Wobbler or something. And it's basically a bit like Flappy Bird. And it's actually rather good. And I've had this piece of paper with me. Yeah, Martin's a bit later. Yes, although it was working at time working if the Prussians were nice or not, they weren't particularly nice, but then neither was Napoleon III. There was a thing in the siege of Paris where they did use hot air balloons to deal with the postal service, and the Prussians were trying to shoot them down. So it's what, you know, indeed, Daddy's a very strict mod. That's why Daddy's in there. Oh, you're having fun though. It's the important thing. So this game basically does everything in one line of basic, which is absolutely insane. But I rather like it, because once you get the thing typed in, I was typing it in Margate, and I made a mistake there, 23693, comma, and I got near the end, and I was looking for a button, and I pressed the wrong button, and it deleted the whole thing, and I thought, yeah, I want to go do something else now. Border naught, clear screen. That grunty noise is me looking for keys, because the proper keyboard is a bit wider than the Spectrum keyboard, and you don't have 4E equals 19 to 20 plot. So this is free to download. You can actually get the actual compiled thing to play with it. But I generally do like typing things in. I find it interesting. Then you work. What does this do? What does that do? And generally speaking, it's pretty good. It's interesting to see how people do things differently. But 1 divided by, and somebody's like, what the hell is this thing? And that's wrong. It's minus L. So the draw command just draws a line between 2 points. You get, it's how far along you go and how up or down you go. So this is a horizontal line, I think. This is a vertical line. This is another line, which is, I think, horizontal. Excellent. Daddy's a merciful daddy. Yes, I was trying to get Dad Gamer UK to watch The Game, the spy thriller, where Brian Cox, not the scientist, is the spy chief called Daddy by Paul Ritter of Friday Night Dinner, which is rather nice. It's got a bloke called Joe who looks a bit like Ink 3. No, don't do that. Joe's a bit like... Now, what am I doing? Sorry. Joe's a bit like a beagle type spy. It's rather good. Level space. At 20, 28 plus D. You don't get this kind of stuff in other channels, Brackets. D2. This is a string handling monarchy. It was also an excellent Michael Douglas film as well. Yes, the Michael Douglas film The Game was like he's like a bored billionaire, and his brother, I think Sean Penn, has him this real life game to play, and it all gets a bit weird, and it's really, really rather good. Ink. What am I doing here? Random. I'm nearly halfway down the page now, because I am so good at typing in these games. When I started, I had difficulty because it was like looking for the keys. Minus L times 3 minus E2. Now it's like, yeah, beautiful. But I think Danny makes a good point. When you with that pool party, because if I was a top streamer, I could fall asleep or just prance around in my underwear. Print at random. I am breaking no rules. I was thinking that I've got some games which actually intrigued me. I could dress up as a Roman. I thought, no, that'll be, I'll get a ban then. Because if you show a nipple, you get banned from Twitch. And my Roman toga thing was a bit, I had to be careful. It was a little bit wobbly. Wait. Beep. 0.0001. That is a beep of a 1,000th of a second. Because on the next. And that's an interesting thing. I said next return. If you press keys too quickly, it doesn't turn off keyword mode. So you can do that, which makes no sense. So you have to press next, take your finger off, then press N. That was return. Next Y. No, it wasn't. Next Y. Here we are. Ink 8. Plot 8, Y. We are getting there. For x equals 5, 2, 1, 2, 4. Bomb. Let k equals 2 minus 4 times, open brackets, in keys equals nothing. Because this game, the only thing it cares about is, are you pressing a key or not? If you're not pressing a key, you'll go up. When you press a key, you go down as long as you hold the key. So it's a Flappy Bird. No, don't see. Let return. No, don't let return. Let y equals y plus k. Thank you. This is where it went wrong in Margate, because I needed to type the point command. Oh yeah, definitely not. So what's a hotspot? We don't mention him. Brackets x plus x comma y. The point command returns true or false if a pixel on the screen is on or not. So we're using this for collision detection. I did not like this game. I found it on another man's channel. Oh, this looks really good. And I typed it in, and it is really genuinely rather good. Next X, next L. The grunting is after find all the keys. 0.01, comma 20. Beep. 0.01, comma 30. I mean poke. Poke is a way of changing the system memory directly. I believe this is changing what's on the screen. It's a little bit slow now. L equals E. Times L equals E. And there's another beep. So the spectrum can only do one thing at a time, which includes beeping. So if you're beeping, it can't do anything else. And beeping also stops the system clock. So if you're relying on the system clock for anything, lots of beeps are going to cause problems. A string. We are very near there, folks. A string 32. Yes, what's a hotspot? Not a good spot. I used to enjoy his shows, to be fair to him. I used to enjoy Dick Emery, then he wasn't on telly anymore because he died. Okay. But Dick Emery was good. Ooh, you are awful, but I like you. Dick Emery was very... Ellie was E. Yeah, Dick Emery, of course, Derek Griffiths, who was not dead, because I saw Derek Griffiths in pantomime a couple of years ago. And he was brilliant. He did the whole Doctor Who thing. But Derek Griffiths, he did all the characters. He had Doreen, who was the ice cream lady with a moustache. And the concierge bloke, who also, get on with it, was his catchphrase. There was epaulets. I always wanted to have epaulets. Here we go. Over 1. Not Overwatch, over 1. A string. Nearly there. At. We've got 3 lines to go now of this 1-line program. It's got to be 1 line of basic, and it's got to fit on 1 page. A string. I think this clears the screen actually. Next N. Print. They're not next. As the line gets longer, the spectrum generally gets slower. So with very long lines, you start to go a bit like Captain Kirk struggling for survival on an alien planet. Nearly there. Hello, Retro Man Cave. Thank you. We have YouTube royalty in the house, Retro Man Cave, and we are very nearly typing in a 1-line piece of basic, which is an actually genuinely quite good game, providing I've not got it horribly wrong. And game over, and L is less than E. I've never finished it. Nearly there. Well, space, and L equals E. Will it enter, or will we get a horrible syntax error somewhere on this screen? Yay! Oh, that's what it is. Right. Fortunately, because of an emulator, this is now 10 times speed. So somewhere in here... Oh, God. Yeah. I know what the problem is. Plot 8y. Jesus Christ. Excuse my blasphemy. So halfway down the screen, print at 25 plus 4, but beat the next y. Next, yeah. Ink 8, plot 8y, yeah. Then it's 4x, that's why. Ah, of course, the fool. So what's happened here, it got a bit funny. X. Yes, it gleaned from the goldfish. This is, I think it's called Line Wobbler. And it's this. Oh, whoa. You've got to get the blue line across the screen without hitting any of the things in between, which I was very close then. And it's quite good. The collision detection is actually on the it's at a pixel level rather than a character level. And obviously it's pretty damn fast. All done in one line of basic. I think I've got a mistake, as in I think the lives might have to be on the top of the screen, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm dead already. I was distracted by my own vanity. So here we go. And it's... Ooh. Ooh. Yes, level 6, people. It's rather cracking, this, to be fair. Whoa. Yeah. This is a little bit more challenging, but level 7. Yes, there's always Snorker's hubris, and then it all goes horribly wrong, and I spend days trying to work out which character did I get horribly wrong. Bosh. Yes, I was really pleased with it. You can do a lot in basic, provided you don't get a bit too cocky. Oh, don't do that. You can do basic games horribly. The best one I've seen, I've not typed it in. I could... Oh, game over. But that was good. That was cracking. So, we're going to save this tape. Yes, I was correct. Let's save that to tape. That's called line. Line 1. Because I played a game on Saturday called Draculax by a 14-year-old who's now 51. Let's eject that. We do not overtake. Thank you very much. Yes, it was close though. It was close. I've got some other crackers that I've already typed in. So let's go a bit. Well, Draculax was actually excellent. It was a game with my 14-year-old, and it was quite fast. It had nice graphics. Let's see, what have we got? I think we could have played a game in honour of Jim Blimey. This was written by Gaz Marshall. I bought this with money, and then he re-released it. I thought, I've already paid for it once. So this is Magenta Jim and the Coins of Doom in honour of Jim Blimey. This is Gaz Marshall on Twitter. This is a brand new game written for using Jonathan Caldwell's tool, and it's lovely. This is Magenta Jim. He goes left, he goes right. Oh, he go down. Oh, hello. Here comes a thing. So I believe Mr. Caldwell was big in the Spectrum. Oh, shite. Big in the Spectrum scene, and I got half his book, and I printed it out, and I intend to have a good look at it. I got a tip from it for my Dungeons and Dragons game, because I was trying to. I did a lovely screen. Oh, I'm not good at this. I did a lovely screen, and then it started loading the program. I said, don't put loading program atop my lovely screen, because I typed it in, and he explained how to turn it off, which is lovely. But I think there was some bullying, which is a shame, because oh, go away, funny Cylon thing. Bye. But that's why I'll have another go at that. Yes, there's a few games written in this arcade thing. It's all run on a proper Spectrum, and I've also got under here somewhere. He said, Octokitty, which is again sort of a platformy game where Octavius Kitten goes around collecting items around a house, and that's on proper cassette. So I played that on my actual ZX Spectrum Plus 2, which I've got next door. I've not done much with it yet. I was starting to get a bit mad. Oh, what? Ooh, this is tough, but I like it. One more go, then we'll try something else. Which also contains magenta. Right, so he goes down here. So Where does he go? Yes. I think it's all about memorising the patterns. If I go down here now. Yes, I thought, oh, I could get, with my Sinclair Spectrum Plus 2, it has a MIDI cable. I can control MIDI things, so I could actually get a keyboard, a proper keyboard, external keyboard, and play things with it, which would be super nice. Ah ha 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 ha. Are we getting to level 2, people? I think we're getting to level 2. So this is what I call a good difficulty curve. Because I've now got to level 2. But, so, you know, I will say, on the Spectrum and in real life, anything with colours that change like that is obviously just amazing. It's such a simple effect to do, but yeah, this thing is important, go and get it. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They had it all the time in Jet Set Willie and Manic Miner. Oh, yes, it's available to buy. I think it's on his itch.io page. I paid $2.99 for it because I think it's well worth it. I paid $2.99. I'm dead. I paid $2.99 for Rick Dangerous back in the day. There's a shop called Software Plus, which you got to from in Hereford, Commercial Street, where opposite Chad's, there was a little alleyway. You went past Anthony Calandra's dad's barber shop, not hairdressers, I'm terribly sorry. And the shop in there, there's a yellow sign. I got it in there for $2.99, which is all my loose change I had in the summer. Good old Rick Dangerous. Oh. So don't be very careful going in there. And I watched a Mr. Do video this morning. Oh, thank you for the host, Taz. Aha, right, get in there. After this, we'll look at another great game with Change Magenta called The Sacred Armour of Antiriad. Good evening, Taz. How are things, sir? This is Magenta. That was Magenta Jim, a new game by Gaz Marshall. But before we go on to Sacred Armour of Antiriad, I think we should look at Treasure Island, which is a game I typed in from a book. Oh no! Audience participation. How about Rock, Paper, Scissors? Yeah, Antiriad is a good game. I can finish. I reckon I can finish it though on stream. I typed this in just before the come on, Sidice, before the stream. Rock, Paper, Scissors. It's us against the computer. Who will win? I reckon we should have best out of 3. Best out of 3. Yes, everyone likes a bit of jankin. I'm choosing scissors. Yes! Suck it, Sir Clive. Now, game 2. What do you reckon, audience? First answer, do we want rock? Do you want paper? Or do we want scissors? I'll accept the first answer. What will it be? What will it be? Ooh, rock over rock. Tied game. Ooh, final answer now. So, what will it be? Rock, paper, scissors. You can try and cheat by putting a different number in. Okay, with scissors. I like your idea. But yes. And that only took about 10 minutes to type in. So now I'll prove what a great gamer I actually am occasionally by showing Sacred Armour of Antiriad, if I could find it. Actually it's called The Sacred Armour of Antiriad. And this game is glorious. There's been a nuclear war, it's centuries afterwards. And aliens have invaded and killed everybody, or tried to because they're bad, and they're building stuff in a volcano, and you get a bloke called Tal or Taz. I think it actually might be Taz actually. Who's this guy here? He's on his little loincloth, and he has to go and sort it all out. And somewhere in the ruined city is the mysterious Sacred Armour of Antiriad, which, of course, as us users know, is actually ancient anti-radiation battle armour. Unfortunately, this game is rock hard because as this bloke, you're shit. So here's my French. He has these rocks, and they don't go in a straight line, they go in an arc. They take multiple goes to kill something, and he's very vulnerable. So what you need to do, go into the magenta armour, which now activates, and there's a really nice effect. In the centre there's a little TV console, which has, most of the time it's just white noise, but they put it in, it's really rather pretty. So my health is now regenerating. Unfortunately, I can't do much with the armour because we haven't got any gravity boots. So we're stuck here, we can't move. All we can do is sit here and wait. But obviously we're not going to do that because that'll be a rather dull stream. So we're going to look around now and we're going to go alley up. And we're going to go for a big run, avoiding the monsters. Some of the monsters have standard patrol paths. This one here will, if you don't kill it quickly enough, will come and get you. This one will just keep dropping bombs on you. Some will come and get you after a while. So what I need to do is go... Unfortunately, I know where everything is because I'm brilliant, me. So what you need to do is this. Whenever you enter a screen, you have a small window of the monsters not quite appearing. So now I can do this. And then go this. And you see I've got some sort of sandal training shoe thing. Hoop, we go. Now this, you have to be careful because sometimes if you get killed in the wrong place, you'll get stuck there. And you'll just die over and over again, losing all your lives, which is a bit rubbish. Especially under drops of water, or those magenta monkey things. Those things, but especially the drops of water. So now I'm going to keep run. We're about to be able to fly, people. It's all very exciting. Chuck the rocks. So my plan is, if I can stream until AF Retro comes along, he's also going to do a lovely stream later on. But I can now fly. I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but you still take damage, but obviously I don't die as much because I'm in a special magical flying magenta suit. And I've just got a special recharge, and you can just about get through here if you're lucky. Come on. You can get through. So I've done it before. Don't embarrass me in front of the boys and girls. There we are. I can't shoot because I've not got a gun yet. Fortunately, there's a gun here. Along with a big lad there who's shooting at me. Yes, there are lots of lovely people. And things, everyone has different skills, different interests, and it's nice. People do different things, and there are people just sit there quietly playing a game, and that's lovely. There are people who do all kinds of lovely chatting and singing and dancing. People who show you how to solder. So we're now going to go up and hopefully finish this game and not embarrass me. Ah, right, okay. So up we go. Ouch. So I need to go up here. To get up here is a special implosion mine. Whenever you enter a screen, it resets the monsters. You can never actually permanently kill them. So this magical glowing barrier, I said I liked them. Unfortunately, it stops the suits going through. So that's a recharge cell. Oh, don't get it wrong, James. So now I'm going to run through here, jump, avoiding this. I've now died, but it's okay because I can regenerate a few times. This is the implosion mine, which you need to finish the game. Can I get through? You do not want to die. You don't want to do that either. So now I don't need to leave my suit ever again. So up we go. So with that implosion machine, I can now win the game if I can get to the end. Which shouldn't be too bad unless I muck it up. I've got a recharge cell. I will slowly heal inside the suit if I ever need to leave it again. But I don't intend to. I need to get through here. Shoot everything that moves. You have infinite ammunition. Of course, because you're in a magenta suit, which is the best suit. Speaking of magenta, I've started reading the novelisation of Lords of Midnight by Drew Wagar, which is excellent, and it has little nods to the game, like the Fae. Obviously, they're all living in the winter. Winter's depressing. They have brightly coloured clothes in cyan and magenta, which is rather sweet. So if I go up here and then along here, you can get. Ow! Don't stop shooting me. You can get a special energy shield, which means you'll take less damage. And I think it's along here. Well, I've got the wrong. Oh, I've got it wrong. There we go. I think it is. Anyway, if not, we'll sort it out. So now, so the green circle is the radiation counter. Right, so now I need to go up and to the right, avoiding the flame, because the flame is hot. As we know, flame will hurt us. Now, I've taken some damage, but in here, if I'm not too incompetent, I can fly down, pick up the shield, and then I take a lot less damage. The question is, can I do it without taking too much damage? Because now I get a lot less damage, which is good. I know there's an energy beam, energy cell, sorry people, in the next... My energy is very low. I need to get down here, down, up here, and here we have... So what I'm going to do is hopefully shoot this horrible thing. I'm going to run. My strength is now dropping because this place is very radioactive. Back in the suit. Up we go. Up we go. Right. If I go straight up. And then the flashing D means it's now super, super radioactive. So now we are very near the end of the game. This is like there are 3 screens to go. So we pick up this, we fly up here, we try and shoot these things. The energy of our armor is dropping rapidly because it's so radioactive. But implosion mine detonation sequence initialized. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's victory. I don't mess about. Yes, there are really good big chunky sprites on this. So, another one I saw and was intrigued by, this is a book I got earlier, received in the post, called... Is it this one? No, the one I got was this one. Received in the post, I've been buying books on the... It is a bit like, isn't it? Hello, RetroSesh. So that was Sacred Armour of Antiriad, which I've just won because I'm brilliant. When I go back to our type-ins, it's horrible, horrible weather outside. This is from 15 Graphic Games of the Spectrum. And Richard G. Hurley, I don't know if he's related to Liz or not. This book is intended for all Spectrum owners who, having paid over £90 for their computer, do not wish to spend a similar sum on a selection of decent games programmes. This book cost £5.95 new. I think I paid 3 or 4 quid for it. So, they say there are lots of games in here, and we're going to look at Skydiver, because we are the member of the crack ZX Spectrum skydiving display team. Our orders for the day are to practice target dropping in order to be ready for the big display in the presence of Lord Sinclair himself. We are dropped from a small plane at a height of 20,000 feet, must then free fall as long as possible in order to limit the effects of the wind. At the last moment, we must open our parachute, which will then be carried by the wind to land, hopefully, on the target area. Take care though, after a certain amount of free fall we'll fall unconscious and we'll die horribly. So, it is 1, 2, 3, it's 3.5 pages. Graphic Games, yes. We have graphics on the Spectrum. I'm going to use my amazing high-tech Bible holder. We have sounds for amusement. So we have to try and work out what on earth this thing does. We're going to do a go sub to 6,000. Because I've been to the year 6,000. Let SC equals 0. HS, well not these. This is going to be the high score, isn't it? 4. F equals 0 to 111. When I was a kid, I never knew how data statements worked. Graphic Games, yes, there are loads of them. So this is setting up the user-defined graphics. And there are 112 of them. Which means, which is only, it's 112 lines. You need 8 per graphic. And I've already got it wrong. Poke. Ah, that's why. Thank you. 2. I don't like the way he's done these numbers. I like to have space between numbers. You can renumber. So basically, border 1 is basically we have a dark blue border, magenta ink. We're going to have a black background, which is paper 0. Clear the screen. Print at 21:15. At the bottom of the screen, in the middle, nice and bright. A space. Boom. Oi. 3. Let P equals. Hopefully, we'll get this done, and then we'll raid Mr. AF Retro, who is Andy, who's a lovely man. He volunteers at the Centre for Computing History. He also owns the best car ever, the Sinclair C5, which is actually really an electric bicycle with a bit of a motor. But I'm intrigued with this. I saw this game and thought, what I'm trying to do with these streams is some of these games intrigue me, but you can't really make a video about them because they're a bit little, or they've already been done loads of times before. So some games like like massive text adventures, you want you want to spend 20 minutes explaining it all. Ink 6, of course, as you all know, is yellow. So they rather cleverly increased the colours in line with brightness. Bright 1 is 100% brightness. These are all positions on the screen. Bright 1. Paper 5 is cyan, which is a lovely colour. Oh, I know. Line 4. There we are. Paper 5. What you really like is a line going down the screen. Print at 21, 18, semicolon, bright 1. So it's nice and bright. Then you have the daemon here is working out how many spaces you've got. So I think you've got 3 spaces. The plot command it turns on or off a single pixel. This is a pixel somewhere. And then is having positioned the cursor, we get to draw from that start point. So we're going to draw something, like we did in the line wobbler game. Ooh. Right, here we are. So some of these lines are massive, but then you realise all they are is just drawing a picture of a bat or something, which is quite nice. Now I have data statements, which are the bane of your life sometimes because they put too many on a line. And if you get it wrong, sometimes it goes horribly wrong. Sometimes it works fine. But it looks a bit odd. If it's machine code, you've got to get it right, otherwise it will go catastrophically wrong. When I did Motomuro, one character wrong, and whenever player 2 pressed a key, they would just instantly explode, which wasn't great. It could have been worse. It could have crashed the computer, which would have really upset you. But it was a bit of a puzzle. And it's got missed one character out. Draw 0, come on, -7. Data, 24, 24, 60, 60, 102, 66, 195, 0, 0, 0, 60, 60, 60, 24, 24, 126, 219, 153, 153, 60, 102, 66. Boom. Excellent. We now get a bit of string manipulation. Print at 012, which is this is top middle. Wind. So I can't spell already. Another data statements. You use data statements to load arrays. Because you could load in the old-fashioned way, but it would take a lot longer. 3, 4 zeros, 1, 15. My wife's come back. She went to the supermarket to do some shopping for Ted. Ted's the nice old man who lives over there. You can't see it. He looks like he's a nice man. My camera's moved slightly. There we are. Come on, camera. I need to be on. I'm going to do my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Yes, he's a nice old man. Also, because he's elderly, he's at risk. So, be getting things like a rice pudding and whatnot. 3, 4. Oh, the sun's coming out now. Well, 3, 4. One more. 1, 9, 5. 1, 2, 9. 0, 1, 2, 8. Yes, that's textbook typing in that. Textbook. So some of these are going to be the user-defined graphics for our exciting game, and these things are an absolute ball ache to type in. And especially you've got to get them right. If you don't get them right, the game doesn't work, and you're a nightmare. Why can't I pick up the gold key or something? Because it doesn't exist. We've typed it in wrong. I typed in a game called The 7 Keys of Tarkus, which is pretty good. And it was a 10 by 10 grid, which is fine, and it's decided to. And you've got to collect these 7 keys. So rather than saying the keys are here, the keys are there, so no, have a load of data statements of zeros and ones. 1 meaning the key was there, and it's like, well, why would you do that? That's just stupid. So fortunately, you have to type all these bloody lines in. Bloody bastards. But it was good though. Oh god, they've got a bin statement now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 1, 2, 5, 5, 2, 5, 5. We're nearly at the end of the date statements now, which is nice. 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 5, 2, 5, 5. Phew! Hello! We have Katakashin in the house. Thank you for the host. We are now typing in an exciting game where we are skydiving, not diving anything else. Keep it clean. It's a family show. We are typing in Skydiver because we need to get practice for our skydiving display for Lord Sinclair, who, as we know, is the greatest inventor of all time. Unfortunately, we've got about 2 pages to go. We had some luck earlier. We typed in a game, and it was good. It was good, Sorcerer's Steps. And then we typed in a game, which wasn't so good. Well, we played it with Phileas Fogg and his balloon battles, which is all right, but yeah, it took a few goes to get it to do anything at all. But it was like, oh, is that it? Oh, great. If I'd have paid money for it, I would have been gutted. Gutted. As you know, Shinny is a VIP, one of the gang of us. We did this charity malarkey over the weekend and raised loads of money for the Centre for Computing History. We're still the fundraiser is still open if you want to put your hand in your pocket, but you don't have to. This is just a bit of fun. That's why we like to swear. So, right, I turned off all moderation apart from Daddy, just who punished my sister for being sexual, doing the Willy Fogg song. How could you? How could you? Play with me, playing with my life. So we're now drawing stuff on the screen. Oh, it's always not, at some point. Oh, line 1010. But I must be nearly finished. Nearly finished. And it was, oh yeah, no. Then it got going smaller and smaller lines. So what we have now is user-defined graphics, and we don't know what they are yet because we've not defined them to the computer. So you type them in. At least this book is quite good. It says, look, when I use user-defined graphics, I'm not using the actual graphic, which you won't know what it is because you can't type it in. We're going to use a lowercase letter and we're going to underline it in a special font to give you a clue what you need to type in, which works fine. Other books have done, what we do, we have a lowercase letter with a slash in front of it. So you know you're going to type in graphics mode and then E, which does something. What would it be? It's probably a little parachutey man. Y plus 1, comma, X. Graphics mode F. Bosh. 10, 12, let K string equals in keys, which means whenever I press a key, it signs the value of that into this variable K string. Dollar is pronounced string. On the spectrum, we're allowed 26 arrays or variables which are strings. In terms of numbers, as many as you like, as long as they're not arrays. And they can be longer. So you have things like if y equals, you don't have to have just y. You could have row, you could call it row and column. But obviously you have as little letters as possible for 2 reasons. Because variable names take up space, and also you have to type them. And typing them in gets a bit boring on a rubber keyboard. Oh, pizza! Pizza! Oh, people having curry, we're having pizza. For lunch today we had fish cakes, which was nice. Our fish cakes with pomme noisette and frozen vegetables, which was lovely. Then we had rice pudding afterwards with jam. And then work tried to get me to do work in the afternoon. So I don't want to do work, I want to sleep now, I'm tired. So we got 2 pages to go. 19x. And then you also, what you normally do with these programs is you miss out all the comments because you don't care about comments. So I reckon that's space at 21, x. Earlier on we had singing. And now we get another graphics character. We don't know what it is. It's L. It could be something good. Go sub. We had team debugging as well. For G equals 10 to 20. Wait, what the hell have I done here? What the hell have I done? Right. L. Right, stop doing graphics. Boom. Good evening. Shadow in the Void. L. L. Right, here we are. Go sub. Because if you're in the wrong mode, you don't get the keys such as go sub 45. You just get random letters typing in. And look at what have I typed in here? 10 to 20. We have sneaky stream. You also have sound alerts. I'm getting my 10 to 20. Here we are. Beep. 0.08 of a second. negative G. G is the note, 0 is middle C, and you go up, but whenever you go up a key on the piano keyboard, just like ebony and ivory, which includes those annoying black keys where they sometimes exist and sometimes don't. Then we have a long beep of a second, which is very, very low. Very, very low indeed. And they penalise us, take 10 points off our score, probably because we're dead. Let score equals score, not to confuse with Score Avensis, who is a very nice man who makes custom consoles and such. But this is just our score in the game. 0.22, semicolon, thinks we're dead. Score equals, close quote, semicolon. Pause 0 means wait until I press a key. Next J, go to 5,000. Oh, this is the best content ever. You don't get ammo out typing in basic code because she's not as good as me. If you're good, I'll do squats. Then go to 2,000. Thousands, thank you. Right, 1510. Go to 30. Yay! Right, I'm going to miss out the instructions because they're a bit long, but we're nearly there. Print at 1, F space. I think. Was that space? I think that's space. Oh, it's all doing space. It's all tricky. Yeah, I'm not doing anything illegal. I've not exposed my nipples. For Y equals Y to 19. I think that's apparently legal. Go sub 3,000. Yeah, so what you normally do, if you're lazy, and I'm very lazy, you try and miss out any instructions. Don't care about those. Oh, it's going to be fun. Find the key. 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 We're looking for Atra, which might be around here somewhere. Nope. In. No. Because worst case is, I know it's not these three. That's verify. That's merge. Right. I'm going to cheat. The cheating thing is, sometimes I think, I don't often, I was close. It was, there we are. Atra is tell me what the keyboard is currently set as. And on a certain square. Atra bracket 21, X. Yeah, painting yourself is fine, as long as your nipples are covered. So if your nipples are covered, you're golden apparently, which is okay. There's a certain logic to it, but yeah, I wouldn't expect that, not from this channel. Although I have done that toga thing, and also I have done a shower scene on YouTube. That was exciting and very annoying because the balloons would not stay put, and neither would the towel. Then I did a scene, and I realised, oh yeah, I forgot to put the towel on my head because I was too cheap to buy a. Is 3 spaces? 1, 2, maybe 3. I don't really know. Because sometimes these books don't tell you how many spaces you need, and just try and guess, which is a bit of a ball ache. I think that is 3 spaces. Print at. Yeah, X-ray Snorkers After Dark. Check out my OnlyFans. I think I'm doing well. I've got lots of fans in the attic. And let's go C. What do these things do? It's always exciting. 20, 35, pause 0, next J. Go to 5,000. 20, 40. Print at 20, X, semicolon. I'm getting faster now. Getting confident. At 19, X. These are your little blokey man. Who might be a lady skydiver. Lady skydivers are available. Then let n equals 8 plus y divided by 2. Hopefully that's the right thing. And 2055, if k equals 70, then n equals 2 plus y equals 2. 2060, if k is anything other than 67, then go to 2100. We're getting close. 2070, scratch my head. Let n equals 10 plus y for f equals 1 to 20. So these games, you would type them in like this and thinking, is it going to be good? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be good? And then sometimes it wasn't good. And sometimes they wouldn't work. Sometimes you would just find out were just really a basic, oh, that's just that, is it? It's a guessing game. which is awful. Sometimes there are bugs in them. If you could fix the bugs, then they're actually useful because you would learn things like, yeah, I know how to fix that, or how I can make it better. Like I made space trucking better by adding Sally Field and Charles Dance to the powered knob. And moonshine. So it didn't have any moonshine. You also need to have moonshine if you're trucking in space. I didn't quite add in Space VD though. For score, yes, not score. I'm an idiot. Not to be confused with Score Avensis. Ah, bless her. I've done that DVD for you, the first one. I need to do the next one. It's all very exciting. Because I was doing nice stories for Shinny. Unfortunately, you can't read random stories on YouTube because obviously there's a little thing called copyright, which is fair enough. So I took them down. They were quite nice about it. Yeah, so yeah, I fessed up. Said yeah, here are the rules of what you want. JCK bomb at y minus 1, comma x. And to be fair, it's possible for like schools and libraries to do it. It's just you have to follow certain rules, which I hadn't done, which is fair enough. You can't knock them. Inc 7. GHI. These might be exciting streams. 3005. Pause. 5. Right, we're nearly at the bottom of this page, and we've got about half a page to go, and I think we're close. Print at y, comma x minus 1. How many spaces? I think it's 3 spaces. I'm getting faster now. Getting faster. So this is possible because we've got a proper keyboard. If you're on the ZX81, I have one. It arrived in the post earlier in the week. The Y minus 1. Earlier in the week, my ZX81 arrived back, and that keyboard you get no feedback whatsoever. There's no feedback at y x minus 1 that at y plus 1 comma x that at y minus 1. Yes, there's no feedback on the keyboard because it's a solid sheet of rubber membrane. The ZX81 does not make any sound, so you don't get any beats back either. And so nothing, you get no sound, you get no movement, no flashing. So when you're typing, it's like you're looking at the book, looking at your hands, looking at the screen over and over again. And it's a real pain because you need to press certain key, hold down the shift key, which you can't feel apart from your fingers somewhere pressing into some hard plastic. And it's like, it's nightmarish. And I did it as a kid because you didn't know any better. 30, 40, nearly at the end of this page, x minus 1. Then let x equals 1. Right, 30, 15, return. 30, 20, go sub. 9500. We know there's something on the other page. 30, 30, print at. I think that's a 1, comma f, space, let f equals f plus 1. 30, 40, return. 4000, plot p, comma 168, draw 0, comma 6, plot p, comma 168, draw over. By drawing over, it basically it doesn't replace what's already there, and it does some kind of bizarre exclusive OR nonsense. Let p equals p plus, make it an integer, make it a random number between 1 and 10, take away a number between 1 and 10. Good evening, not again with. We're just typing in a game. We're getting very close, hopefully, to it actually just about working. Maybe, where we are an exciting skydiver practicing for the big show in front of Lord Sinclair, the greatest inventor of all time. None of this Lord Sugar nonsense all over that Twitter. Bless him. So to be fair to him, my first Spectrum was in fact a Amstrad. It was the Sinclair Spectrum Plus 2, which was an Amstrad machine, and was excellent. Then let p equals 80, 40, 20, return, 4500, doing some data stuff now, 113, colon, let c equals x times 8 minus 8 BODMAS, plot c, comma 0, bomb, draw, inc 2, semicolon, 24, comma 0, 4, f equals 22, 1. Yeah, plus 2 was excellent. I loved where time stood still on the plus 2. I got a poster where time stood still up on the wall, which you might see in a second if when that thing adjusts. 2. Unless I turn off the webcam, you never know these things. It was. Aha! I'm adjusting it. It's all very exciting. 0.35, comma, -1. Yes, it's not the best picture, but yeah, it's a proper official Bob Lakeland from his family's estate on Etsy, not Etsy. And I got it done in nice -1. Oh god. .4. This is obviously some kind of beep thing. -1, 0.25. Sorry, folks. 2, yeah, because I got here my dots and commas here. 2, 0.15. 1, 0.25, 1, 0.15, -1, 0.25, -1, 0.15, -2, 0.25, -1. Will it enter? Yes, it did. 45 print at f of x, semicolon, ink, random times 6 plus 1, mn. What will they be? We don't know. 4510. If f is greater than 9, then read r, s, beep r, s. This is our little beepy tune. Print at something. Yeah, it was. And the ZX81, if you had the RAM pack and you hadn't worked out the RAM pack waddle fix, which was obviously BlueTAC, it would just randomly crash. So my sister and I would load Rocket Man, which was a genuinely brilliant game, and you get excited, you press the keyboard too much, and it'll go, yeah, crash. It's like, oh, but it took up multiple goes to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You scored SC PTS, which means points. 50-10. If high score is greater than score, then pause naught, clear screen. Clear screen. Let SC equals naught. Go to 2. Okay, I'll get my sense. Yeah, if we haven't got the high score, otherwise you do print nitnit, which means print 2 blank lines, which is the high score. I'm not putting capital things, I'm getting bored. Let high score equals score. For j equals 1, 2, 2. For h equals 1. I think we're getting a little tune to 20. Yes, we are. Beep. For a 20th of a second, h, a little tune. Next h, next j. Pause 0. Clear screen. Let score equals 0. Wait. Let score equals 0. Clear the screen. Go to 2. 6,000. It was that subroutine we went to. Border 1. Paper 0. Ink. Ink 6. Clear the screen. We're having the introductory screen. We're not having the instructions, so can't be bothered. F equals 1, 2, 4. Bomb. 4G equals 1, 2, 4. Bomb. Ink 9. Ooh, it's a very special ink. There are some odd colours. I think 8 is overlay, 9 is contrast. G. Print at 2, 11. Sky. Diver. Not to confuse with anything rude. Next G. Next F. The next line is instructions. We ain't doing instructions. 60, 50, blah, 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 blah. 60, 70, return. 9,000, stop. And here's the last 2 lines we need. Print at 1, F. Space. Let F equals F plus 1. If F is less than 3, 31. Sorry, because it splits over the end of the line, which is always a bit naughty. Print at 1, F, A, B. Return 9510. Print at 1, 31. Space. Let F equals 0. Return. No, not F minus 0. Right. This may or may not work. So I have to. I think I missed. No score there. So the wind is going that way. Oh, okay. I may have missed some of the instructions. I think that one should be an L. That one probably should be an L. But this is pretty good. You press Y to release from the... And then you drift. Because the wind is going strongly that way, to the left of the screen. So the wind is pretty strong that way. Let's go. I'm actually quite liking this. I think this is pretty good. Don't know how many. I think we get 10 go. Oh, the wind is out in the wrong direction. Oh. Oh. And I died. So this is the bit. Yeah. But we know there's an L somewhere. The advantage now is by looking around, we know there should be an L and it was a 1. Okay, I'll give it another go. We know if we die, it breaks. Just for fun. So wind is a bit that way. Oh. Yeah. The key thing is not to die. So the wind is a little bit that way. I'm liking this. I'll fix it after the stream. Oh. I think it's probably meant to be a crucifix. So I'm going to try not to die. So the wind is very strong that way. And now the wind has dropped. Damn you. So Lord Sinclair's going to be very upset. So the wind is not too strong. I've landed. Not got a lot of score though. Let's go with here and here. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Wind is pretty light. Variable not found, 2100. Well, this is important. For S... Oh, bloody hell. Well, this... I was hoping for something nice here. For S equals SC to SC plus N, right? Print S. Print SC. Oh, you know what? You know what I've done. For S equals S to N. Right. Print SC. 0. Right, go to 2100. For S equals SC to SC plus N. The line before should cover what N is. N equals 10 plus Y. Right. Okay, so then that. Right, what was K? K was 4. It's very strange. So it looks like I'm getting a bit disappointed with this now. I think the one at the bottom is my fault. The one at the bottom is my fault. Very light wind. I've not pressed the key. So I've still got no score though, which is a bit annoying. Textbook, I win. I should do. There we are. Not quite sure what that's all about. So, enough of this. I will save this though, because this is actually, I think this is worth fixing. But I'm rather pleased with that. Yes. Calling that Skydiver. And finally, we have a look at some, I got some other pratic about I was doing. I saved it, which was, we've done that. Yeah. Just a little one. I had this on my pirate video. Oh, AF Retro starting. So what we're going to do, we'll have a quick go at this. We need to get to, you saw that, if you're paying attention, X marks the spot. We have to go through the jungle, we'll play this game, and then we're going to raid AF Retro, because he's a lovely, lovely man. So with this, you use the cursor keys to move through Treasure Island. And I've done something. Oh, I'm dead. And slowly, the pirate ship will get closer and closer. If it gets to us before we found the treasure, they will kill us. So we know the hostile maintenance behaviour to avoid those. So we go forward, and we've died. Every so often, the ship will appear. And you can see it getting closer and closer and closer. It's not actually a bug. It's right. And I get to press a button. So ooh, they're getting closer. But nice use of colour. Nice cyan sea, yellow beach, green jungle. So I need to go to the right. I'm on the path. It gets ever so slightly closer. Ever so slightly closer. It's like a big pirate shark thing. Oh, and apparently every so often you get to look at the map. But I can't remember the key for that. Might be M, possibly. Who knows? M would be a good key to look at the map, wouldn't it? Follow Long John Silver's parrot. Nice use of graphics. I go to the right. And I reckon then I go to the left. And the left. Oh. So it would be nice if the pirate ship had a white sail. You know, that'd be quite nice. Oh, it didn't like that. If you go wrong, there's a chance you might actually die. There's quicksand. There are hostile natives. All the classic stuff you get from Follow the Parrot. That means we're lucky. Oh, it didn't like that. Skull and crossbones. That's it, Daddy. Oh. In the quicksand, but I've been pulled out, not pulled off, pulled out by a friendly native, which is always useful. Like, oh dear. And I'm dead. So, I think we'll leave it here for tonight. I think we've had a useful stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. And what we're now going to do is go and raid Andy of AF Retro, if I can spell raid. Because he is a genuinely lovely man who has a Sinclair C5. But he's probably not going to be doing it on the stream, though. But thank you for staying with me, putting up with my nonsense. And hopefully we'll do some more. I'm going to go rescue cats in a minute. Did that work? No, it didn't. Sorry, I need to go. We got cat issues. My cat Willow is being very grumpy. I need to go and feed him. But we are going to go and raid. Okay. Sorry, folks. I unraid. Thank you. Sorry, folks. This is not the best content, I'm afraid. Right. We're going to raid Mr. Andy. AF Retro is a lovely man. Please go and give him our regards. Say hello from me. And hopefully, I'll see you again in the future. Thank you for being with me.